So we are here today to mark the end of this month of suicide prevention awareness. You all know that every 10th of September, we normally mark suicide prevention awareness. And so we here in Nzoia, we didn't have opportunity to mark it. And that's why today we're here to mark this Suicide Prevention Awareness Day, being the last day of the month of September, the year 2025. Now, the reason why we normally mark this Suicide Prevention Awareness Day is as follows. Number one is that we want to create the awareness to our community to know that suicide is valid, is there, and also to tell them how they can overcome such suicidal thoughts or ideas. Most of our people face these challenges, but they don't know how to overcome. And so they eventually succumb because they don't have what we call an alternative to their challenge. So there is nobody who can have that opportunity to tell them that this is suicide ideas, that this is the way you should now go. Number two, we are here to break the stigma. Now, the stigma that is associated with suicide prevention or suicide cases is huge. Many people think that people who are trying to take or end their lives have what we call evil spirits. And so they are stigmatized. When you attempt suicide and you survive, then they end up labeling you as an evil spirit-filled person. They label you as a bad omen in the society. And so they end up sidelining you or isolating you from others. And this one does not only worsen the situation, but increases the number of people who end up killing themselves completely. Remember, more than 50% of people who have attempted suicide, they end up taking up their lives. They end up killing themselves. And so we are here also to let people understand that suicide is not evil spirit. It's a mental health issue that should be looked into deeply, and so that we can be able to help those who are facing these challenges. We're also here to let people know that those people who have attempted suicide and survived, they are not criminals. So we want to decriminalize these suicide cases and make it a mental health issue that should be looked into, and people who survive should be helped, not to be criminalized, not to arrest them, but to seek help, to be able to create that safe space where they can get help and eventually come out of such suicidal ideas. The other reason why we celebrate this is that we also want to let people know that we have resources where they can seek help. Afya Care Foundation is here with one reason: to ensure that actually people know where to seek help. So we are here to also ensure that Afya Care Foundation is known and let people understand that being here, we are here for them, to ensure that they seek help from our experts whom we have at the lowest rates. Afya Care Foundation has helped several people. And now today we're here because these people from this region don't understand. They don't know where we are existing, where we are found, the hotlines, the numbers we have. So we are here to at least help them understand that they can always reach us and get help. The other thing why we celebrate this Suicide Prevention Month is that we also want to hear stories from the victims, people who have attempted suicide, but they survived. Tell us the ideal, the so-called ordeal, the bad story, event, situations they went through, so that whoever is planning or has the same thoughts might now end up actually learning from these stories and change the narrative, change the behavior, change the thinking, and understand that suicide is not a solution to the problem, but it's a permanent decision you will take for the temporary challenge you go through. So we want people to understand that having a challenge is not a crime, that being not okay is okay, but not to take up their lives, because taking up your life does not solve the challenges you go through. So we are here at Sirende today to let the people of Sirende understand that suicide is not the solution to the problems they have, but it is actually creating more problems to the challenges they have. Now, the other thing that I want us to understand is that suicide is the fourth cause of death in people between the age of 15 to 29 years of age. And so when you look at these statistics, it tells you that youths are worst affected with suicide cases compared to adults. And you all know that youths are the future leaders of this country. Any country that seeks to prosper must have youths who are healthy, who are psychologically fit, and mentally stable. So we're also here to let youths understand that mental health is as important as physical health. Today we're also having parents. Now the reason why we have also called these parents is that we want also to tell them to understand the signs and symptoms of a child who is facing mental health issues. Many times these children are misquoted. A parent will look at it, a child is having mental health issue, and they take it negatively as if it is not just mental health but kiburi. And so they end up punishing these children, which eventually they end up taking up their lives. So we are losing many children. Why? Because parents are not fully educated. They are not empowered to understand signs and symptoms of mental health issues. So we want to tell our parents here to understand that when their children have such kind of signs and symptoms that are related to mental health, they should not punish them. They should actually help them by taking them to the healthcare facilities. And the last reason why we're here is we also want to tell the world to know that mental health does not choose the age. It can affect the child, it can affect the adult. And so we need to understand that anybody in this world can be faced by this challenge of mental health. Just to give you the statistics of what is happening across the suicide cases, we are aware that over 700,000 people globally die due to suicide cases. And Kenya is one of the countries that are also affected with this suicide cases. As I've said, if 15 to 29 years of age are worst affected, meaning these suicide cases is among the fourth, actually it's number 4, the fourth killer of that age group, then that one tells you that our country needs more counselors, psychologists, and even psychiatrists to deal with these menace. And that's why we're here, to create the awareness to our people. Thank you.
Actually, we are here to create an awareness and tell people that suicide is preventable. And we are teaching the audience that are with us here, how to help somebody who is affected by suicidal thoughts. So it's been an issue in our community. People die by taking their lives almost daily because the high level of stress. Because of the high level of stress, people go through a lot and they become overwhelmed. That's why most people are dying. You see, most of them are the youths, and we've had several cases whereby even a youth is being asked about results, how he performed in class. We've had cases like last year, there's a youth who took her life because just she was asked by the parent the report card, and she took her life just because of that. So it has become a problem in our society. That's why we are here at Sirende to create that awareness that suicide is preventable. And also, like Dr. say that we want to teach our parents how to know that such a child is undergoing an issue, because parents should be sensitive about how, if there's a behavior change in our children, or to ask what is the problem. not being harsh, by being friendly, because the child just change the character. It's not the usual person. It's when you know that that is affected mentally. Actually, that's one of the issues we have come here to share with our parents. Thank you.